So Tesla's We Robot event, huh?
Yeah.
Big buzz, big reveals. And the Robovan? Wow. Everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, and for good reason.
This isn't just another electric car launch. We're talking about, like, the future of city transportation, right?
Absolutely. This goes way beyond just another electric vehicle. It's Tesla aiming to completely shake up, like, public transportation, even commercial transportation. Think bigger, way bigger.
Okay, so set the scene for us. What was it like when they unveiled this thing?
You know, it was pure Elon Musk showmanship. Lights go down, dramatic music starts, and bam, out rolls this I don't even know, this huge futuristic
Ping.
thing, exactly, bathed in this, like, spotlight. The crowd went nuts.
But then he always keeps the details kind of hush-hush, right?
Oh, totally. He's the king of, like, building the hype, right? But he did give us that quote, I think it was, "The future needs to look like the future." And I mean, this thing is definitely striking.
I've seen pictures. It's certainly something else.
Metallic silver, black, that sleek, boxy design. Like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, honestly.
And of course, no steering wheel, right?
Mhm.
This is all about autonomous driving. Looks like they're really going for that standout look, not blend in. But how does this stack up against what other companies are doing? I mean, it's a hot space right now.
Yeah, you've got Zoox Cruise over in China. You've got WeRide with their Robobus. Lots of companies dipping their toes into the autonomous vehicle game.
Right, right.
But what Tesla's doing, it feels different, bigger somehow.
How so?
It's the scale, right? I mean, this Robovan dwarfs those other vehicles. It's not about just replacing a taxi ride. It's, I don't know, it feels like they want to redesign how a whole city moves, you know?
Okay, so we're talking about maybe changing how cities are planned even. Less pollution, less traffic. This is big. But, I mean, let's be real for a second. This is all still a prototype, isn't it?
It is, for now. And we know how Tesla operates. Remember the Cybertruck?
Oh, yeah.
Big reveal back in 2019, but it wasn't until, 2024 that they actually got those on the roads?
And after a few delays on top of that. So as cool as this Robovan looks, who knows when or even if it'll ever actually hit the streets.
Exactly. No word yet on production timelines, pricing, nothing.
Which makes you wonder, how does this fit into their overall strategy? They've been throwing out some pretty ambitious numbers lately, haven't they?
20 million vehicles a year by 2030. Think about that. In 2023, they only made like 1.3 million.
Whoa, that's a pretty big jump.
It is.
And where are they going to build all these things? They'd need what? New factories, new everything.
Right. And this is where their investor day gets really interesting. They started talking about these new vehicles they have in the pipeline, specifically designed for mass production.
So mass production, does that mean this mystery project they've hinted at, could that be the Robovan after the Cybercab maybe?
Could be, could be. I mean, they're saying production on the Cybercab might start in 2026, 2027, something like that. The timeline could match up.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing Musk, he likes to do everything himself, right? So it's not just building the vehicles, it's
The batteries, the software.
everything. They'd have to scale up massively.
It's mind-blowing when you think about the logistics. But, okay, let's say they pull it off. What does that world actually look like? What changes for, everyday people?
Okay, so picture this. You're late for work, you open up your Tesla app,
Right.
but instead of calling a ride share, you're calling a Robovan. It shows up, totally silent, no engine noise, and just zips you through traffic. No more exhaust fumes choking up the city.
And knowing Tesla, it'll be a pretty sweet ride, tech-wise.
No, absolutely. We're talking way beyond just like Wi-Fi and charging ports. Think interactive dashboards, changing based on your mood. Maybe even augmented reality stuff built into the windows, showing you cool facts about the city as you drive by.
Okay, that's pretty futuristic. But it's not just about the passenger experience, is it? I mean, what does this do to the cities themselves?
This is where it gets really interesting. Imagine like whole fleets of these Robovans all talking to each other, totally synced up for like maximum efficiency and safety. What does that do to traffic? To pollution levels? It could be huge. Maybe even make transportation more affordable for everyone,
Yeah. It's like we design cities around these vehicles, not the other way around.
Exactly. Think about it. If you've got all these self-driving things, who needs massive parking lots anymore? We could turn those into parks, housing, whatever.
It's a pretty exciting vision, got to admit.
Yeah.
But what about the speed bumps along the way? I can't imagine it'll be all smooth sailing.
Oh, for sure. The tech itself is still a major hurdle. I mean, we've got self-driving cars on the roads now, but those are tiny compared to a Robovan. Getting something that big to navigate a busy city, that's another challenge entirely.
And are people even ready for this?
Yeah.
I mean, trusting a computer to do all the driving, especially in something that massive?
Huge hurdle, absolutely. Building that trust, it's going to be critical. Tesla or any company doing this, they'll need to be super transparent about the tech, about the safety testing, and then there's the practical stuff.
Right. Like, where do you even charge these things? What about
Mhm.
maintenance, weather conditions, even cybersecurity, right? Someone could hack into a whole fleet of these things.
Yeah.
So it's like we're on the edge of something huge, this whole new era of transportation, cities built around efficiency, sustainability, and these what did you call them?
Robovans.
Robovans. Right. But at the same time, it feels like there's, I don't know, a long road ahead. All those challenges, the tech, the safety, people freaking out about trusting a computer too.
Oh, yeah. And let's be honest, we've seen this movie before with Tesla. Big promises, ambitious timelines. Sometimes they deliver, sometimes.
Sometimes they need a few more years, right?
Exactly.
It's exciting, though, you got to admit. It's like getting a peek at the future, even if we can't quite touch it yet. So, for those of us following along at home, what should we be watching for? What are the signs that this Robovan thing is actually going to happen?
Keep your eyes peeled for those production announcements, new factories popping up, partnerships with like city planners, anyone in that world.
Okay, so concrete steps, not just more hype.
Exactly. And any news about their self-driving tech, especially if it's about, navigating busy streets, handling weird situations, that'll be a good sign.
Makes sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense. But until then, I guess all we can do is imagine, right? I mean, picture it. A city full of Robovans zipping around. Would that be like the ultimate eco-friendly utopia? Or are there downsides we haven't even thought of yet?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And it's a conversation we need to have now, not later. Because it's not enough to just invent these incredible machines. It's about figuring out how they fit into our world, into our lives, and making sure that, we're in the driver's seat, even if there isn't a steering wheel.